Welcome to my beautiful scars. My name is Esther Maundu. I am the founder and the director of RTT, the Radiant Throne Teams. At RTT, we are doing mental health advocacy, and one of the techniques that we are using is lived experiences, just to show you how mental health looks like, where mental health is in your life, and how to cope with mental health issues. So I am glad to bring you this series on loss and grief. We want to know, what death is, what death does to us. After you lose a loved one, then grief sets in. How do we know that we are grieving, and what stage we are in, and how do we even process that grief? So I'm glad to bring you this series, and I am joined by a guest who will introduce himself. And remember, we also have a therapist with us, because we are not just interested in picking stories and sharing experiences, but we want also to educate you on mental health from lived experiences. And we look at every scar that we have, and every failure and pain and tear, and every difficulty and storm that we've been through, and say, this is just a scar that was left by these experiences. But we refuse to be reduced by those experiences and by every negative report and every tear and everything that has ever come our way. Every discouragement, we are using our brokenness to build our today. And we are saying that nothing is beyond repair. That is our slogan at My Beautiful Scars. And at RTT, we say that nothing at all is beyond repair. Are you talking about stuff to do with your body image? Nothing is beyond repair. Are we talking about drug addiction and all that? Nothing is beyond repair. Are we talking about mental disorders? Nothing is beyond repair. Are we talking about a broken marriage? Nothing is beyond repair. Have you been abused? Have you been isolated? Have you been rejected? Have you been into prison? Are you in the streets? Are you taking drugs all over? Are you contemplating suicide? This is your home, My Beautiful Scars. And I want to invite you to join us from everywhere and all over the world, and help us reach out to the vulnerable, to the people who feel like they have lost hope. RTT is giving you hope through My Beautiful Scars. And we are saying we are wearing our scars as bunches of honor. We refuse to be reduced by every situation and by every report and every struggle. Welcome. You can just introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you so much. My name is Winston Shivachi. I am a professional in administration and project management.
Great. Karibu sana Winston.
Thank you.
I'm looking at you and I'm seeing a very selfless soul. You have chosen not to keep silent about your experiences, and I'm glad that you're here to share your story. Yeah, so these are people who have refused to be reduced by the issues that they have faced and the storms that they have faced in life. And they're willing to, give a voice to these experiences so that you can benefit from, what they have gone through. And you can also understand what is happening in your life as well. I'm also joined by one beautiful lady, and I want her to introduce herself. Karibu.
Thank you. Thank you, Esther, for having me back. Alina Kiende Obadu, psychologist at Light Psychotherapy. And it's always a joy to join these conversations because they're just groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me.
Karibu sana. The topic that we are picking, or the lesson that we are picking from the story of Winston, is one that is quite interesting. We are looking at something we call thought reform. Thought reform. This in psychology, I can say or equate it to brainwashing. I can also equate it to coercive persuasion. So, if I could define thought reform, which is coming out actually almost in a good part of his life, I would say that it is a deliberate and a systematic manipulation of beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. Winston, I'm looking at this young boy from a stable family with loving parents. You know, you were not maybe expecting maybe to walk such a journey, but anyway, it has happened. Could you kindly walk us through your childhood a little bit, and then you share your experience with us?
Yeah, as a child, I grew up, you've said my parents were very supportive. My dad, I think, gave me so much in terms of education.
Yeah.
He could tell me that I will deny everything to give us education,
Yeah.
because education was the key to life.
Yeah.
So I grew up well focused in life, wanting to achieve everything in life, go through primary school, secondary, go to university, and get a job.
Yeah.
And so I was so focused. Many times my friends would go play. I was in the house reading.
Wow.
Yeah, because I had programmed already my life and my future. I knew what I wanted
Yes.
in life. And I knew I have to work hard to attain. So I went through primary school, went to secondary school. And after finishing my secondary, I went to college.
Yes.
And I've done a lot of things in terms of administration and project management. And I looked at my future and I saw a very bright future.
Yes, yes. Just like anybody would do,
Yes,
of
yes,
course.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The future was quite promising.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I had, growing up in Kawangware, where many people will say it's a slum area, where if you're not careful, you will end up not achieving what maybe God has planned for you because of peer pressure and many other disadvantages that would get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had focused. So after finishing college, I thought I need to settle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to settle. I got my ID and I was like, I need to settle.
You know, after getting an ID, you know, a citizen. Yeah.
I looked at my parents.
Yes.
And I admired them. Yeah, because the way they brought us up. And I told myself what my parents have given me, I want to give my children more. Yes. And so I joined a certain church. And I was happy because even my childhood, I found myself, I was going to church.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my childhood. So I introduced myself to God, or God came to me.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So in this church, a great church,
Yeah.
it really changed me in terms of spiritual matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as we moved on, I felt I need to move on with life.
Yeah.
I need to get married. Yeah. But the church rule was you don't have to marry outside. You have to marry in the church.
Okay, that means like okay, if you get to the point of age of marriage and you
Yes.
want to marry,
Yes.
you must get your spouse in the church.
the
Like the
church.
spouse must be a member of the church.
Yes, a member of the church. Yeah.
Any branch or just specifically that church?
Any branch,
But-
but that church. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So for me, ladies.
Yes.
So I got to get a certain lady, but I was told, this one does not measure to your capabilities in terms of, because I'd going to be a leader. So
Oh, as a leader, like you, because
section
were you a leader in the church?
let me say a section leader.
Okay.
Yeah, not a top leader, section leader. And maybe they will see your ambitions. Yeah. So they will tell you, no, for you to go well, you need to marry someone who maybe she's also aspiring to be a leader.
Oh, I get it. Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
And the lady was not a leader?
the way we judge people, that this one, no, this one to make it to be a leader.
Yes, yes.
So I had to drop her.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't go well with her. Actually, she quit the church. Yeah, so I moved on. Got another one, which it went through.
The same church?
Same church, same church. But as we moved on, I realized I didn't measure up again to financial capabilities. You know, someone looked at me and saw that this guy is still struggling. And so this girl, she's somehow above. Yeah.
She was from a well-off family.
No, maybe her what she was doing, her work.
Oh, she was already working.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, I was told,
So are they the ones who like are calling you, approaching you and telling you like drop this one and
no, something will just be happen. Told her, no, I think maybe the girl has said she's not ready again to push this relationship. Yeah.
so even the girl has to report to the church that okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I was told just give her time. Maybe she's still working on some things. Yeah. Which I was like, it's okay. 3 months is not a long time.
Yeah.
So after the 3 months, when I went back to so say claim her, I was told, you know, I think she has changed her thinking about me. Yeah, it really broke me up because now I was so much focused. And the one thing that really hit me that she, I don't know, I don't know if to say she was given to or maybe she started moving with the best friend, best friend. Yes. So
Who is also in the same church.
same church.
So same branch. Okay.
Together.
Wow.
And they started dating. They engage, and I'm there looking at them.
Oh my goodness.
But now the other thing, I'm like, I think there's a reason to this. And I look at God, ask God many questions. What's happening? But something inside me tells me, just keep on marching. Maybe she was not meant to be yours. This friend of mine come to me and ask me, I'm preparing for a wedding. Will you be the chairman?
Of the committee.
Committee.
Was he aware that this was you were engaged to this girl before?
Yes, he was.
Oh, okay.
He was my best friend. I could see us moving together. Yes. Which I agreed. Yeah, I agreed.
So kind of you. Yeah.
Chairman of the wedding committee. And we started the meetings. Yes. So by then I had now brushed her out of my mind. But you see, as a human being, there is that segment of you're still thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunately, maybe 3 months towards their wedding, something came up and I think they broke up. Yeah. So I don't know what happened onwards. But it is that period that I think I started having a plan of exit. Yeah, because I felt staying here, I remember I had been there for 10 years. Yeah.
Wow, 10 good years.
10 years.
Okay.
So I thought, I think it would be good for me to step out. Yeah, move out, which I did. But I think I did it with a lot of bitterness. Yes, so bitter. I've put all my life here. Bitter with the leaders.
You're still a young person, you know.
Yeah, bitter with the leaders. Bitter with God a little bit. You know, with God you have to approach him with some caution. Yeah, I'm bitter with God, but I'm not trying to show God that you are the cause of this. Yeah, I'm trying to direct it to maybe the leaders.
Leaders, yeah.
Yeah, so I leave the church. Leaving the church, in my mind, I told myself now, because I think it is the church which had maybe frustrated me. Let me go out there and get anyone who's ready. Yes, who is ready to get married, and I continue with my life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Wow. I'm just looking at this, and I'm puzzled by the rules and the requirements that one has to marry in a certain way, has to marry such and such a person, like. And I'm also even looking at your friend, who maybe, as you're saying, could have been given this girl to marry, because looking at hearing, listening to some comments like she doesn't match you,
Yes.
you know, like financially and
Yeah.
otherwise. And now she's given to somebody that is, you know, financially
Yes.
stable, like she is, and then the marriage, you know, doesn't work several months down the line. I want to understand, you know, that a bit of like, you know, the church choosing who you should marry. And maybe I can pose this question to Alina. Alina, could you kindly talk to us a little bit about learned, you know, helplessness?
Yeah, I think this is something where some spiritual leaders or the church, or it can be any other, like even families can have this, you know, helplessness that is learned. It's not something that you were born with, whereby they want you to rely on them for everything. Sort of like a dependency kind of thing, so that whenever you want to make a decision, whenever you want to do something, then you don't even trust yourself that you can make a good decision. You rely on them because you feel like they hear from God better than you can. They know what is good for you more than you do.
Especially that bit of, you know, I'm looking at when it comes to really marriage. I remember when we were young, and I hear some girls talking about this is the kind of spouse I want. I want that tall. You remember the dark and yeah, that's so. There's something that they are looking for, and they are denied that, although I'm not really endorsing that, but then they are denied that bit of like, I want to love, you know, I want to love, and I want to love in a certain way. Somebody's dictating how they should love.
And marriage is a very important institution. You literally spend more time in marriage more than in your singlehood, you know, for majority of people. So I think for such a big decision of your life, it should be something you work towards and make a decision, and not others make a decision for you, so that you know even when things are a bit difficult, and you know marriages can be a bit tough, then you know it was your choice. Whatever you saw in this person, then you can invest your all to actually work towards it. Otherwise you'll be like, I didn't even choose this, you know. In marriage, those that are married know we get to those seasons where life is so tough, and people are wondering, what is it that I need to work, do I even need to work on this? And if you are not made the decision, then the will to work on the marriage may not even be there. You know, but if it was your decision, then you're like, yes, there's something I saw in this person, and then I want to invest my time, you know, either to seek advice, growth, whatever it is, for me to be able to work on this. It's easier than when somebody tells you this is the one that is right for you. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking at you know, that restrictive system denied people that, and as you're saying, that can really make so many marriages to break. Because I'm looking at I had a friend, I remember a friend that actually I think that's manipulative in a way. A brother loves this girl, and then instead of just telling them I love you, and whether you're giving in to this or not, they come with that word of, you know, God has sent me to you, and God has shown me that you
But God speaks to you too.
In fact, the lady told me, she's a friend of mine, she told me that I was not given time to respond to that. It is because she was young in faith. She had just gotten born again. I do know this person is like taking advantage. You know, I've been here, I've been fasting, and God has told me that you're my wife. And we, you know, and she accepted out of fear, and their threats that this and this. In fact, at the point they're breaking, the gentleman was issuing threats like, you will die. You know, I saw your mother like, you know, such kind of things, you know, your mother coming to do this and this to you. You see, now it is about I saw, it is about God has sent me. You are like manipulated. This person is like owning you and pushing you to do what they want. So when anytime they want something, they come to you in the name of, you know, they're the ones who knows God, who approaches God, and God speaks to them on your behalf. And so I think that's kind of manipulative.
It is. And my thought would be, the same God that is able to speak to you, can the same God speak to me? And also, where is your personal will? Because remember, it's not God who is going to live as the wife or the husband to this man or wife. You are the one who is going to live with this person. So I feel like even when it comes to spouses and partners in life, a lot of it
it's not God choosing for us. For it can lead you, yes, to the right person and things like that, people that are good. But at the end of the day, it's your decision to make. It's a personal will. So I think people need to have that knowledge to know that a lot of this has to do with their decision and not what other people are.
So I think it's good for young people to really like hear this, that in psychology we call this thought reform, where yeah, whereby people who pose to be like superior, they want to override your consciousness in decision making, and then when you do make the wrong decision, it still haunts you. It comes back on you. So it's good to know, like, do I love this person or not? Because at some point I remember asking my friend, do you love this guy? And she tells me I have zero feelings for him.
But God said.
But God said, yeah. So when it comes to matters marriage, I think it's a sensitive institution, and yeah, and also being able to respect your conscience, and I think this gives birth to so many, or maybe fuels a lot of stuff from cults. They ride on that, whereby they will just take advantage of people and tell them this is what God is saying, and you can't do this, you can't do a lot of legalism in matters faith. And when something happens to you, I'm looking at Weinstein, when something doesn't work for him, and then it will be like you did not obey what God said, and now that brings about abandonment, like you rejected by the church. Then you go through issues because, again, I think with such kind of restrictions, some extremists will say that you don't suffer. As a faith person, you should not go through trials. You should not go through tribulations, because you're born again and God loves you. And in case you suffer, it means that you've sinned before God.
I mean,
From just a point of not even being the psychologist now, the person who sees things, now in the Bible, that is not even biblical. We are told in the Word of God that we will go through tribulations, that we should count it all joy, when we go through these, challenges in life. And so I don't see even where this is relevant. And even when Jesus healed someone and somebody asked who had sinned, what did Jesus say? Nobody. It was just for my glory today. So things happen to people for so many reasons. Sometimes it's just consequences of your actions. Sometimes it's just consequences of other people's actions. So we can't conclude just because I did this, this is the reason why this is happening. And I think that knowledge to so many people can be very freeing, so that then you don't take guilt, and ownership of so many things that happens to you. Because when you're living in guilt and all of that, feeling like you deserve it, you don't even have the will to fight for better.
That's true. That's true. And so, Weinstein, you're living and you're bitter, and I laugh when you say you're bitter with God and you're not showing. You don't want to show God that you're bitter with Him as if He doesn't know.
Honestly, that is another part I think a lot of people don't even look at, because even the Bible says that our lives are laid bare to Him. So basically, even when you're bitter, that is what now in psychology we'll call now trying to suppress your emotions. And we all know emotions, even to God, it's not a sin. Emotions are allowed. That is why the Bible will tell you can be angry. We saw Jesus being sad. We saw him, being angry. What you do with the emotion is what matters. So going to God and telling him, God, I'm so mad. It's okay. Is there anything wrong with it? You're expressing how you feel, because he knows exactly how you feel. So hiding it now, you're now affecting your own self and avoiding how you're feeling. And if you avoid an emotion, you can't pass it. You are supposed to allow the emotion to come, sit with it, and allow it to pass. Then now you can do the right thing.
I love that, Alina, that we can. David says that, where can I go and hide from you? So looking at that, and for any other person, not only for Christians, like God is everywhere, and God is not this, I don't know, like this figure that is angry and that is ready to consume you anytime and break you anytime, like. He knows that we go through issues.
Yes.
He knows that we cry, and it's okay to cry. And I mean, like that bit of it's okay to be bitter. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be uncomfortable with the happenings around my life. And I will sit with God and just turn to Him, and I know, God, I can't even speak. I am so bitter. I am so hungry. I think that's also a way of processing that.
Yes,
You
it
sit
is.
down with that and tell Him, and you start analyzing, and God help me just process this. I think when the Bible is saying that don't allow the sun to go down with the anchor, when I put it back to the psychology bit of it, I call that, when the sun goes down and again, that is prolonged anger, prolonged bitterness, and this prolonged negativity is actually what leads us to disorder. It's actually what causes prolonged sadness and graduates to depression and all that.
In fact, a lot of researchers have said that an emotion or a feeling, it lasts just 90 seconds.
Yes.
So that when you feel it in this moment, allow it, recognize it. This is how I feel. Why do I feel like this? And when you process it within 90 minutes, it will be gone. You realize it wasn't even as bad as you thought. That huge emotion that you were feeling. You realize it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. But if you allow it then to pass, like you suppress it. I don't want to feel that. What will God think? I'm not a faithful person. I'm not resilient. Then that becomes a problem. Yeah.